Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Dave Perry here. I got one of my very best players, Josiah, rowing in tow, and we are going to talk about stick tricks today. My most popular video is really just of me doing some stick tricks, and I wanted to revisit some of them to talk about what things related to those tricks are specific to hockey coordination and what things are more general. We're going to start where I started in that video with a few tennis ball tricks. Tennis ball tricks I love very much because great stick handling is a two-handed motion. It's almost like playing a violin. One hand is doing one thing. In the case of stick handling, my top hand pushes and pulls and twists, and my bottom hand kind of moves left to right. And this is exactly what you see as you're practicing. If you're doing it well, I'm constantly adjusting my hands to where that ball bounces to. I get it up and bouncing, and I'm working on my hand slides. So that aspect of this particular trick, I think is very domain specific. It's very specific to the coordination that I would use as a hockey player, even though, of course, the bouncing up motion itself wouldn't be very common in the game. One variation of this that I like to do with younger kids, because it can be very difficult for kids under 12 to get it up and bouncing on their stick, is I'll just have them bring it up and then turn their stick over, bounce it on the ground like a basketball player. And here you can get a lot of those same hand slide motions, and you're doing it in a way that younger kids can do, and also in a way that's very exactly like I would be tipping a puck in front of the net. All right, now my man's Joe over here. Joe, I don't think I properly introduced you, but he plays Division III college hockey, NCAA college hockey for Bethel University. He's been training with me for, I think, 5 years now or so?
6 years.
6 years?
Now.
Awesome. So he's just finished up his sophomore year at Bethel University, had a fantastic year. He was named like MIAC Player of the Week. Was it a couple times?
Yeah, like twice.
Like twice?
Something like that.
Something like that, no biggie. His team's leading scorer or one of them. And yeah, so he's got some tennis ball tricks where he actually uses the shaft of his blade. So let's turn it over. Joe, why don't you get that ball up and bouncing? Show them the routine that you like to do when you're hanging out and playing with the tennis ball. Nice. Now that's a routine I can't do. I've actually never practiced that one, but it's cool. I think that there is some relevant coordination even when you getting down towards the shaft of your stick, which I think is very hard the way you do it. You just kind of continually bounce it, and then I guess turn it. Oh, I can't do that one.
Yeah.
But that's cool because shots might come in. You might tip them off your shaft, and also just generally, I can see you're moving your hands in a very similar way as to if you were stick handling. Let's switch to some puck flip tricks.
Okay.
Also a thing that I like very much. What I like about puck flip tricks is it gives you an opportunity to work on your puck pickup. You don't have to work on your puck pickup. It is easy enough to just move the flat of your blade onto the top of the puck and then press straight down to get it to come over. And from there you can do any of your puck flip tricks that you want to do. Oh. I'll take that. So that's one I like. When the puck starts bouncing a little bit, sometimes I like to just hit it from toe to heel to see if I can get it rolling, like Crosby did in that video. But I also think that puck pickups are a great, or puck flip tricks are a great way to work on your puck pickup. One of them that I very much like is a press down with the top of the toe of your stick. I like it because you need to pull it back and around very much in the same way as you would toe drag somebody. If you try to just turn your stick over, it doesn't work. You can't do it that way. It's got to have enough momentum coming straight back to pick it up and around. Joe's really good at one of my favorite puck pickups, actually a bit better than I am at it. Could you show us the one where you just slide your blade under the puck to get it up onto your stick?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. So again, it's a toe drag motion like he showed you, and then it's just a matter of trying to catch that puck at a moment where it just bounces a little bit and you can slide your stick under it. Do you have any shaft puck tricks that you want to show us?
Sometimes I can land it on the shaft. I
Yeah.
like that a little different though.
Oh, nice.
See if I can get a couple in a row.
Okay, so one of the tricks I knew we should definitely go over, because this is one that when I'm playing my trick video in person, people tend to stop and comment on, and that is the puck chip into the bucket. Also in particular, because this video is about, you know, what aspects of the stick trick do I think are useful for you to make it useful for you to practice. This one has an element that I absolutely love. So I've noticed when I'm toe dragging people, just a little hand slide like we were talking about earlier, just from here to here, gives me a lot more space to drag that puck. So I'm able to move it a little bit farther out of reach. Whereas I notice a lot of people, if they keep their bottom hand really tight, they just tend to, it just doesn't go as far. Joe, I know, is really good with these type of toe drags. What I would say myself for the trick itself is, I like to put the puck by the bucket so that I'm pulling it straight away from the bucket, and I use that little hand slide, and I have kids start when they're working on this by just pulling the puck towards themselves and timing it right so that the puck bounces. So at first, I'm just trying to bounce the puck. And then once I get that timing, then I chip it up. And usually from there, if you get a good chip, hitting it into the bucket actually isn't terribly hard. But you can see on this one in my original video, I'm using a little toe drag pull to make it happen. There's variations of this. If you get good at the toe drag puck chip up, I highly suggest going front to back and using a backhand chip up. I'm going to let my man Joe show you that one, because I know he can do that one pretty good, or at least I believe you can. Yeah. Oh yeah. Give us one more. That was too quick. It was too dirty. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So this is the last trick we're going to go over today, and it's one that constantly, every year I do the Hockey Expo trade show in St. Paul, and I'm showing my video in person. This is a trick that people oftentimes will stop and comment on more than any out of the other ones in that video. It took me a few tries to hit, but I actually don't consider it to be one of the hardest tricks that I do in that video. It starts with the puck pickup from the toe, which again I like because I think it's very good for working on toe drags. But I'm going to tell you the secret of that puck pickup, especially if you want to pick it up and throw it, is my top hand has to come really near to the ground. Anytime I'm teaching this one, what I see over and over and over again is kids are like, oh, I can't get it. How do you push it down to get it up at an angle? And it's all about this top hand right here. You feel like it's down low enough, but it's not down low enough until I can almost touch the ground with my fingers, and that's what allows me to put pressure into the stick, and then so I can pick up my top hand a little bit as I put pressure into it, and from there, I can spin around and whip it. I don't know if I'll be able to get it in the corner as well, but we'll give it a couple tries here. And if not, we'll just edit it and say first try. Easy peasy. Oh, come on. First try. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I can't believe I just hit that on the first try. Guys, I'm telling you, BYG #1, baby. Josiah Rowan, MIAC, 2-time player of the week, one of my dopest players and closest hockey friends. We'll see you guys soon.